there. Now, as you may or may not know, I have ostensibly started my own religion, which does sound fairly humorous, I know. Um, but, it's not a religion that tries to convert people. It's a safe religion. The central tenets include open-mindedness and tolerance. I know tolerance sounds like you're just tolerating something awful, but no, what I really mean is everyone just, live and let live, Live and let live, and open-mindedness are central to integrational polytheism. Now, I often watch YouTube videos about religious and spiritual stuff and then engage in the comments, and the people I engage with are from a lot of different religious traditions. And that's interesting sometimes. And once or twice recently, I find that people tell me, when I say that integrational polytheism is open-minded, when they probe a bit deeper into it, and then what they come back with is they say, oh, well, that sounds like wishy-washy, new age, hippy-dippy stuff. And at first I was thinking, that's an unfair criticism, and, what can I do is it, and what can I do to push back on that? And then I thought, you know what? Maybe it is. I don't know if it's some of those things, like I don't know what New Age is, for example. I don't think that being open-minded is New Age in particular, but no, maybe it is wishy-washy. I like the philosophy of Taoism, and there's a lot of water parables and water analogies in that one, But, in that, I suppose, though, water can be very strong and have a lot of stamina, so it's not wishy-washy in the sense of weak. But no, in a way, I thought maybe if being open-minded and living and let living is wishy-washy, then why not be wishy-washy in that case? I don't know if hippy-dippy, mind you, or New Age. But anyway, there it is. Just because people use things as insults against you, they don't have to be wrong and they don't have to be bad. But yeah, it's kind of an agree to disagree. The guy recently who called me wishy-washy was Muslim, and he seemed to be perfectly reasonable, chatting backwards and forwards in the YouTube comments. He wasn't insulting me or anything, really, but he was just saying at the end of it that, well, integrational polytheism sounds like wishy-washy. Maybe he was trying to insult me. But he'd been fine up to that point, So anyway, I thought about it, and I thought, a Muslim probably would think this was wishy-washy, and there was no way I could change their mind, because from their perspective, they've got a rule book for everything. Their literature tells them what foot to use first when they step into the loo, and what hand to use when they... So, it's very prescriptive, compared with live and let live, which might sound wishy-washy by comparison. I'll tell you what, I would contend one thing, though. To anyone who does accuse me of being wishy-washy and means it as an insult or a put-down, if you have a big rule book, regardless of size, if you have a rule book and it's the Quran or the Bible or whatever, all you have to do is mindlessly follow those rules. You're going to get into trouble because some of those rules are going to be wrong and incompatible for our time and place, and sometimes your book is going to let you down because it doesn't say anything about all sorts of things that come up these days, But if you have a rule book, you don't really have to stretch yourself, you don't have to challenge yourself much. But if you live and let live, you always have to exercise your moral muscle. Okay? And if you exercise a muscle, you get stronger, don't you? So maybe, if we take an attitude of live and let live, it's not so much wishy-washy as honed and strong, So, I don't know. I would contend that anyway, that taking a live and let live attitude and judging ethics situationally, I think that gives you a stronger ethical sense. But anyway, that's my thought for today. We're nearly up to 5 minutes. Thank you very much for your time. Like if you like, subscribe if you want to subscribe, and ring the bell button if you like ringing bells. Okay, be excellent to each other, and have a good day.